Okay, you've got John here with Toolworks. I'm getting ready to work on my square body. I'm going to take this wheel off and I'm going to put me, I think it's called an extension, I'm not sure what it's called. I'm going to pull the wheel out about an inch, make it stick out a little bit more. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Let's get with it. All right. I remember now. It's called an adapter. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take the lug nuts off. Let's do that first. All right, that one don't want to go. All right, that one don't either. I think I have something here that'll help it along. All right, let's see. Oh, you know I'm going to need that extension too. There too. I must have torqued these things. We're getting there. One more to go. Alright. Well, let's see if we can finish it up with the jack it up, get that wheel off the ground. All right, we got it jacked up. Now let's see if we can get that wheel off of there. One more to go. Down the road, I'll probably put some other wheels and tires, but for the time being, I like these. They're Dick's Epic wheels, and I need to get some caps for them, get them polished. But gotta be able to get tires to fit it. That's the problem. These are 16s. Oh, I forgot one. Oh my goodness, in the world to do that? There we go, that's better. Tires are bigger than they look. Did the brakes on this. Did that last summer. That's why these are got the rebuild black on it. Well, it's actually not the rebuild black from Play Script, but after I refitted it, I spray painted it. All right. So let's see if we can get these. So here it is. This is the adapter. It's a 1-inch. Put it out there. Make it look a little better. Get some lug nuts for it though. I was went to my local auto parts store, couldn't find one that fit it exactly. So as far as chrome ones. So I have to use these standard lug nuts. Get a rag and wipe those off. Alright, I want to make sure this thing sits flat on there. Don't want it to be crooked. You got to make sure you get that surface good and straight, flat, and bump free. The one over there, somebody had put like a shim adapter on it, and it had gotten it was aluminum, and it started corroding, so it left some bumps on there. I had to grind them off so it set flat. If you don't, your wheel will wobble. All right, so let's see. That goes there. Now we gotta put these nuts on. On the other side, I had to change one of the lugs because somehow I broke it off. I already did that. That's why really I think that the lug that was on it might not have been quite the right one, because I think it was on there. Maybe it cross-threaded it, I don't know. But it broke off, so I changed it. The rest of them look real good. These so far look good. Now these lug nuts, they have a little cone on them. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that cone should cause this thing to center itself out. You can't use just standard nuts because there's no cone. There's nothing there to get this thing centered there, you know. So this one's giving me a little bit of problem here. I don't know why. Might have another bad one maybe. Although the lug nut came off of it good. All right, we got to take these back off. I got to figure out what's going on. I'd have to get something to try to straighten that thread out. So. Yeah, set that down there. Oh. You can see that or not, that something right there. I must have done something to it when I was cleaning it. It's a little, you can see it's almost like a little flat spot, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. So this nut will fit on there. That's the only thing I can figure I did to it. Alrighty, well, let's get back to it here. Alright, let's get this nut out and see if I can get it started there without tearing up the nut. These things, man, they're $2 a piece nowadays. Look at one on better. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me see if I can get that one to go on okay without tearing it up any. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Tight right there, but that's okay. Alright, we got it. So that one's good. Let's get it back on there. I think I'll start with that one first this time though. I don't want to have to take all them back off. I'm just lazy like that. Alright, there we go. Now let's get the rest of these lugs on here. Let me loosen that up just a little bit. Yeah. Now this one's not working for some reason. I don't know why. We'll get it though. Life can't be too easy. You'd be wondering what's going on. That's the way I have to look at things when I'm working on vehicles. Because it seems like there's always something get on your nerves. Well, that one's the other one. I'll put that. That doesn't belong on here. That's from this one here. Interesting. All right. Get it just a second. This thing's got a 4-inch lift on it. I don't know if you can see them blocks back there. I forget what you call this lift, country something. Same thing on the front. It could be entirely different on the front though, but 4-inch lift, shocks are bigger. Let's hope I got this right. Okay, that one going there. Let's try this one now. Yeah, of course, you know, you got to change so much when you put a lift kit. Best thing to do when you buy a lift, I mean, when you want to lift your vehicle, just buy a kit. It comes with everything. This one, the only thing this one didn't come with is, it didn't come with the brackets for the brake lines here. I had to move them down. It didn't come with the bracket for the brake line. There's a lot of little brackets for that kind of stuff I had to make. It came with everything else though. It just, for some reason, didn't come with that. I don't know if I chose the wrong kit. Maybe there was a better kit. I don't know. But it's just easier that way. Otherwise, you're going along, you're trying to figure out how to hold up the brake line and the emergency brake line and the regular brake lines, the liquid brake line. You're trying to figure out how to hold all that stuff up. There's other things. But you know, if you get a kit, and it's got all them goodies in there. It's got the thing for the transmission, because you know the angle on the rear. It's got all kind of things with it that you need. There we go. This goes here. And now let's get this one. And that just takes work out. Because when you're doing it's enough work just putting the kit on. Okay, hopefully I got that centered. Not got it in all the way. All right. So that's in. Okay. All right. I put these things on last year, these chrome tips, and as you can see, they've got some rust on them. I put wax on top of them last year, but for some reason they're rusting. I'm gonna have to take them back, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I can get it off there with some steel wool. I'm not sure, but I did all the exhaust and. Anyway, all right, let's get that wheel on there now. This is going to be the fun part. This wheel's kind of heavy. All right, got to take all these off. Still easy bag. Interesting. Seems like my socket's a little loose there. I don't know what that's all about. It's the socket or what's going on there? All right, let's drag this wheel out of here. You can see that thing's bigger than it looks and it sure is heavy. stuck this tire under there just in case the jack would fall. It's just a little something to protect you a little bit. Might be the difference between losing your leg or not. Could have put jack stands, which I have. All right, let's see here. Again, you want to check the back of those wheels too, because I don't know if you can see that or not, but back of them wheels. You see it's got that aluminum. That aluminum, it'll corrode, and then it builds up little bumps. So this one I had already cleaned a while ago when I did the brake drum last year, so it's still pretty smooth. I found one on the front that wasn't, that I was talking about, that I had to grind off. So you got to check that stuff. Alright, here we go. Pick up my 400-pound tire. I know it's not really, but it sure feels like it. Alright, let's see what we got here. We'd have to pick that up a minute, wouldn't we? We let that down a little bit. Did I get it? I can put it right back where it was. Let's see here. That's good, Johnny. Yeah. Alright, I gotta see if I can let it down just a little bit more. Did I get it that time? Close, but not close enough. Alright, let's see if I can pick it up a little bit. Now, gotta get in further. Alright, hopefully this is the last time. Ah, yeah, we're like right on point this time. I don't even believe that. Yeah, look at that. Alright. I don't even believe it. Last night I fought with that one on the other side for a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna use these until I get the regular chrome ones. Because I went to all the parts stores around here. None of them had the right size. So I'll use the ones that came with it for the time being. These are kind of hard to get on because they set back in. Let's see. Let me see if I can, where'd my extension go? All right. See if we can get this thing to set in there right, and then I get to get it back a little bit, and I get the rest of them on. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, just doing something here, and get the rest on. See, eventually, once I get this thing running, I'll get me some probably new wheels and tires. I really like these wheels, but they're 16-inch. It's hard to get big tires for 16-inch wheels anymore. I I don't really think 16 even really lasted that long on cars. It seemed like they went 15 and then 16 for a minute, and then they went to 17, and you can still get 17s on a lot of cars. You know, now they go 18, 20, 22s, but just 16, I don't think they stuck with them long. So because of that, it's hard to get big tires. You can get tires for them, just not these big ones. These are like 385s or they're 375, 65, 16. Seems like I can only get like a 305, and I want the bigger tire. So, sheesh, some of these are hard to get on. Let me see if I can take this thing off of there, and I'll be able to come up. This is where a little socket would come in handy, at a short one, I guess I should say. The big one, it wants to fall back in there. See, I got that one, that one, that one. Okay, that's right here. Hey. See, this one needs caps. I have one left on this truck. I don't know if you can see that. These bolts, the aluminum, those bolts that seized in there, I couldn't get them out, so they broke off. I tried everything, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, you always do these things in a star pattern. I'll have to get my, this problem about getting older, you start forgetting everything. My torque ratchet out, torque wrench, and torque these. I think they're supposed to be at about 100 foot-pounds. For the time being, because it's not driving anywhere, we're just doing that. All right, that's on. There we go. Well, got that done. I got all 4 wheels on, so that's good. All 4 of the I forgot it again. I got all 4 of those adapters on. There we go. So that's all done for today. Alright, now it's just a matter of picking up the tools. Get my ratchet. I tell you, man, these things are nice. I mean, they make many different types, but this is the Milwaukee Impact. Really half-inch. I really like that thing. It works really good. It's got a setting on it on top there. You can set it to different settings here. The 4 is really the one for lug nuts, but you do have to be careful. You can actually snap off a lug. All right, let's let this thing down. There we go. All right, not that much done. Alrighty then. As you can see, I have body work to do there. I've replaced this door and the other door. They need to be sanded and painted. Somebody already did this. They didn't do a really good job, but not a terrible job either. So I don't know if I'm gonna take it back off or not. The rest of this bed's not too bad. Got a few little things. I think there's still a little bit of a dent here. I tried to get it out best I could, but we'll work on that later. Mainly I want to get this engine running. Like I say, it's got a 350 in it. Came out of a 72 Z28. I think it's the LT engine. I don't know if you can see it in there. And then rebuilt. It's got new heads. I think it's called World Products heads. It's got an EFI. But still so much more to do to it. Trying to get it running. I just got all that stuff together on it. this past year. I got all that on there. I had it running, then I took the carburetor off, put the EFI system on, and I haven't got it running since then. Well, I had it running for a minute, but then I put an EFI tank with the fuel pump in it, and I just have not been able to get it running since then. So I got it, but I was working on several vehicles at the same time. So this year I'm gonna focus just on this. I'm gonna get it down in my garage. I've had it sitting out here all this time because I had another vehicle in the garage that I just got finished with. So this will be my next project. Get it down there where all my tools are. Everything's easy to get to. Better lighting. You can lay on the concrete floor. You know, so much better. But anyway, so we got that done. So as you can see, that wheel there, I did that one. Did this one up here. The biggest reason why I did this, and maybe later if I replace the wheels, I won't keep them on there, is because if you look right there, that was almost touching that joint right there. In fact, if you look at the wheels, you can see where somebody had been running it that way and it was wearing on the wheels. So I'm just, I got those adapters used, pretty good price, and so I thought just for the time being, just to get it running, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But otherwise, I just didn't want them rubbing and grabbing. That's the reason why I thought, well, you know what, I bought a whole set, might as well put them on the back too. But you can see there's other stuff. Look at this. I don't know what this is all about. That's got to be changed. It's got more work to do. Alrighty, well, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. And I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'd like to get me a plan going, but that's as far as I got for today. I'll have to think about it. Alrighty, we'll talk to you on the next one.